Hey, good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Mike here. Just wanted to bring you the Beetle here. I have done some painting off camera, guys. I did a base coat of gray primer, and then I did the red oxide on it. Here shortly, we're gonna do some white paint on top, and I'll do some, if not all of that, on camera, guys. But as you can see, she's looking good. I've also done a little bit of pre-painting on the little driver. He's easier to paint up if he's already a lighter color than black. So, and the wheels, we did the wheels. They're gonna be white, so did those off camera, guys. But let's get to painting the body white, and we'll see if we can get this thing a little closer to done. All right, guys, we're painting this dude on the garage floor, so we're gonna hit it with a light dusting of some white here. Give it a decent base coat. Not get too much on it. Don't want it to run too badly. Pretty much anything you mess up on them, it's fairly easy to fix, but we don't need to fix it if we don't have to, right? All right, we'll let that tack up a bit. And then we'll be back for coat number 2. All right, guys, coat number 2 going down.
But, like I said, if we do, it's not the hardest thing in the world to fix. I'm gonna keep you guys in frame.
Alright, let's let that tack up. And we'll do 3 coats probably. Alright, guys, coat number 3.
Alright, guys. I think we might have done it with no runs, hopefully. We'll let that dude dry up, and we'll be back.
We have started the patina process, guys. I did a little bit of it off camera just to make sure that the effect that I was going for, I was getting. And as you guys can see here, it looks pretty awesome. That's kind of the effect that I'm going for. And then I'll add some rust in some spots. I do have the Tester's rust colored paint here that I'll be able to get on the hinges and some of the door jambs and in the areas where rust mostly occurs. All right, so anyway, guys, like I was saying, as you can see, it's coming out pretty good. And I got these little pads here on clearance at Hobby Lobby. They're actually stickers. They stick on the back of this dude and you can sand with it. I'm not using that, but anyhow, as you can see, I'm just going to continue kind of roughing this dude up, getting some of this off of here. The paint's not fully cured, so it's kind of coming off. Not as I would love it to, but it's gonna Like I said, I'm no artist, so this is gonna turn out how it turns out, but I think it'll be pretty good. And then you can just go down and grit as you kind of get the effect that you want. And speaking of, I got this also. This is a bunch of different sheets of sandpaper, wet or dry. And it's 150, 320, 400, 600, and 1000. So depending on how smooth you want to go, but you get multiple packs for like $6. So not a bad deal, but we'll just keep on sanding on this dude, like I said, until I don't know that you can really mess it up, because that's kind of what we're going for here. So a little bit of a rat rod bug dune buggy that we pulled out of the junkyard, you know. So we'll add some colors to it as I need to or whatnot, but you know, you get the point, get the places where it's gonna look the worst is where the sun hits it the most. So you know, the top, the sides, you'll see cars that have patina on them. Most of the time it's where you have your arm at, you're holding on to things, things like that. So I think it's gonna turn out pretty good, guys. We'll just keep adding to it until we get it the way we like it. I don't want to make this video too long either, but we'll get the front looking good, and then you can see I started on a fender. So we'll keep at it, guys, and I'll come back when I get this front part the way I like it, and then we'll move on to the roof. And anybody who's ever built a bug before knows that this area right here is one of the hardest places to restore on one. It's full of rust in there, and so we'll get that looking patinaed up too. But I'm gonna do some of this off camera, get it looking good, and I'll be back with you guys. All right, guys, check that out. I think it looks pretty epic. Haven't really got to this fender and this side yet, but the front end is looking pretty dang good. We're gonna move on to the top here shortly, see what we can make this look like. All right, guys, out of my little pack that I got up at the Hobby Lobby, I'm gonna start out with this 150. It's wet dry. As you can see, it's glossy on the back, so it won't absorb any water. It's not actually on paper, it feels like it's on plastic. So hopefully it works out pretty good. I'm gonna try to keep the body up off of the table so you guys don't get
The camera don't wobble around.
not really anything you can do wrong here, guys. It's gonna look weathered when you're done. I've got a layer of white, and I've got a layer of the oxide color, and then I've got a layer of gray, and of course it's black underneath. All colors that you would see on something that's weathered out. So as we know, the roof gets pretty weathered on these dudes. So there'll be some spots where we get it all the way through.
Probably to gray.
See there? You can always come back and use your finer sandpaper to smooth it out, make it look even more rustic, I guess.
Whatever you like, I guess.
There's going to be a sticker right here, the Blitzer Beetle sticker. So we don't have to get crazy right here, but when we're done, it will have to be smooth. So we'll go over it with some a little bit finer sandpaper. Smooth it out pretty good. There we go. Starting to look good. Hopefully y'all like it. What's cool about it is you know, you can sand it all down, smooth it all out, paint it black, do box art later, whatever you want to do, really. I'm trying to not get the camera to wobble, guys, so. Looking pretty good. A little bit different than the other side. Like I was saying, you could take your sandpaper that's a little bit finer grit, and then just keep sanding on it. It'll get a different look than the other side. She's starting to look a little weathered. Alright guys, you kind of get the idea. I'm going to do the top here and I'll come back when I get it the way I like it. Got the roof pretty close to the way I want it. It looks pretty good. As you can see, it's really starting to look good here. So some of the places sanding's not going to do justice. So like back here on the drip edge, or the rain gutter, whatever you want to call it, I really can't sand in there. So my idea is, and guys, I've never done this before. This is my first time trying to mess anything up. So my idea is, I've got some of this little rust paint here, and I'm just gonna dab it on and smear it around, kind of how this would have come off the back of the car here. I just don't think you can mess it up, really, guys. Rub it in with your finger if you need to. Can add to it.
It's coming along, guys.
Like I said, I've never done this before, so we're just adding it where we think it might need it. Got these little tiny brushes here that I got at Hobby Lobby, so you know that this is chrome, and if you were to get one of these out of the junkyard, we know the chrome is rusted, right? Just every one I've ever got was.
So,
This isn't a scale build, guys. It's a Blitzer Beetle. It's out of proportion, but kind of want to make it look cool. It is a build off between Paul and I, so just having some fun with it. Hope you can see that, but turned out pretty good. Smear it around a little bit with your finger, wipe some off, put more on if you want to. Anyhow, guys, we'll do that in a few more places. All right, guys, another technique that I'm using that I've just discovered. Just trying to figure out how to get, you know, some of the gray look. So what I've done is I'm just dabbing some Sharpie on my finger here, letting it dry for just a second, and then just rubbing it on the paint, giving it that kind of grayed out look here. I don't know if you can see that. You can do it to your liking. I'm trying not to let the paint stay too wet. Obviously you'll need to wash your, as you can see, I might have put a little bit too much there that time. But again, I really just don't think you can do anything wrong. It's gonna look the way it looks, right? I'm gonna dub that the Sharpie look. Where I think it's really gonna look cool, guys, is on the sides. Do a little sanding here and do that on the sides, because the sides on a patinaed car or a car you find in the junkyard don't get quite as much sun as the top. So it'll be a little bit more grayed out over here on the side. And I'll work on that real fast, and I'll come back and show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I've been trying a few different things here. You guys seen me do the Sharpie paint marker on my finger. So I then went, it wasn't working as well as I was hoping it would. But again, like I said, you can't really mess it up. It's turning out really awesome as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully y'all think so too. On the door over here, I used a little bit of a different technique. I used a regular Sharpie and just got it all over a paper towel, and then just wiped all over the door, guys. Just wiped it until I got that grayed out look there. As you can see, turned out pretty good. Got a little bit of work here, doesn't look quite as natural. And it's not always gonna look natural, guys. It's just creating something that didn't happen in an actual junkyard, so. But turning out pretty good as far as I'm concerned. And I'll have some stickers and some different stuff here, maybe a number on the door, who knows, I don't know how it's gonna turn, but this side hasn't really been done at all, as you can see. coming out good, guys. We'll move on to the other side. If y'all have any questions, be sure to leave any in the comments. If you made it this far, y'all might as well subscribe. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. This is my first time, guys, so I'm certain that there's guys out there that are better than this at me. I've done it on full scale cars before, and it's much easier to create rust on metal than it is on plastic. So, but I think it looks pretty good. All right, guys, I think we are pretty well done. I'm pretty happy with how the patina has come out on this guy. We'll get it cleaned up and start the sticker process on it. But guys, I think it's gonna look awesome. I've got the little pieces to do yet. The front end, still haven't decided exactly how I want to do that. And I've got the tail lights and things of that nature. But I'll do off camera. But I'm gonna wrap this video up, guys. I appreciate you watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We certainly learned together because I've never tried to do a patina paint job on a plastic car before. So if you guys have any comments, suggestions, anything like that, leave them in the comments for me, guys. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. If you're not, hit that subscribe button, guys. Leave me a like, and of course leave us some comments. Y'all have an awesome night, and I'll see you next time.